you ready to do a video with Mummy? Oh, you just need that. Well, Mummy's really hot because it is so hot today. Oh, I can have it back? Can I have it back? Thank you. Is that alright? So kind of you. Oh no, you want it. Oh, you need it. Oh yeah, she just wants to keep it in front of her. Okay. Here we go. Oh, here's your water. Yeah, I didn't bring my water. That would have been helpful to keep me cool. You are so close. Oh. You okay? Cough it out. Cough it out. Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today is not the normal vlog. It is going to be Lily's 8-month update. Now, I missed her 7-month update with all the busyness of Christmas and getting ready and hosting and all of that stuff. I forgot Lily's 7-month baby update. So, oops. But we'll make up for it. Yes? No, that's Mummy's notes. So I don't forget anything. Is that okay? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so I am going to not worry about the 7-month update because I don't really have a lot written down for it. Again, that is just, I said to Damian, I'm a bad mother. I may not have much to say about this one. Lily wants my notes. No, how about you have the box instead? Yes? Okay. Little Miss Personality over here. Okay, let's just go ahead and get started because it's never going to run smoothly with her. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so first off, I will start with Lily's weight. I was so surprised this morning when Damian and I weighed her in. She is 10.1 kilos. How did that even happen? How did that happen? The last time we weighed her in, I think she was 8.1-ish, I think. I have to look back at the videos. She's just going to empty this box and make a nice big mess, but that's okay, that's what it's for. Lily's asleep. She is still sleeping in the cot, obviously, and she is still in our room, and she will be until she's off oxygen, and I think even for a little bit. I've said this before, I think she'll stay in our room for a little while after coming off the oxygen. She is still in her grow bag that restricts her, restricts her hand movement, so she doesn't have access to her hands. Well and truly by this point, I had Mason's arms out in a grow bag. She's in the, what is it called? The something dream. So it just holds her hands about here. I'm worried that at night time she will pull off her oxygen and then we're not going to be aware because nothing happens, just that her oxygen saturation drops, and that's the dangerous part. But her sensor mats wouldn't go off for that because she's not breathing, if that makes sense. So it is easier, and she's happy still to keep her arms in swaddled, and then I'm confident that her oxygen is going to stay in all night and we're not going to have any episodes of super low oxygen where it affects her development. That's fair? Yeah. No. Oh my God, I thought you were okay with it. She's saying no and shaking her head. I think that is the cutest thing ever. Anyway, you are so sassy, little one. I love you. Sleep, anything else? Nap times, still really good. She'll take her 2 naps for about 2 hours. And her nighttime sleep has just started to change. I don't know what it is, but in the last few weeks, every single night, I can guarantee you, probably 20 minutes after being asleep, she wakes up screaming, and you go in there and she'll stop crying. Obviously it's a bit of a fear thing, or I'm not sure if she's being woken up by pain and then she wants us there to comfort her, but she will cry until she falls back asleep. And it is such hot weather at the moment that I think we are pacifying her with our presence in the room because we don't want her to get so hot that it becomes a danger to herself, because she is still in that swaddle bag as to prevent pulling off the oxygen. So hopefully we're not creating too many bad habits. I mean, we don't pick her up, so it's just a matter of just sitting there so she can see us, and then she'll calm down. And after a few times of that, are you okay? Are you okay? Yes? High five? You're okay. All right. After a few times of going in there and just letting her know we're still here, she does eventually fall asleep. But that is something new with her sleep, and I really hope it passes soon. Okay, let's move on to feeding. Lily's feeding is finally getting a nice routine. I struggled there for a few weeks with breastfeeding and bottle feeding and solids. I was so confused to whether she was getting enough from my breast milk, and obviously there was no way, and she wasn't really letting me know. She was just eating a heck of a lot more solids, and I think I couldn't work out if she was just a baby that loved food or if she was trying to balance that hunger out with what she wasn't getting from breast milk. And I was just very stressed, and I think stress in itself reduces your milk supply, so I think lots of things were going on. But I made the big decision to change her over to a formula for her main feeds. So breakfast, lunch and dinner, and everything in between she gets breast milk. And I think that works especially well for her, because those in between meals are usually her snacks just before going down for a nap or going down for any sort of sleep, I guess. And that comforts her. She does like to go on the breast for her sleep. Oh, no. I don't think so, little one. No. And I think I have been so much happier and relaxed, and we have a routine now. So I know, okay, in the morning, first thing I do is make her a bottle. I don't even try to struggle with that breastfeed anymore to get her to lay down, because that's an impossible task in itself. Trying to get her to breastfeed, to be honest, I actually don't think it was, now that I can reflect and I'm calmer, I don't think it had anything to do with, well, no, I don't think a lot of it had to do with my milk supply. I think it was to do with her not wanting to sit still to breastfeed and face my boring old chest when she could be looking at Mason or watching what he's doing and wanting to be down there playing. Like this, she doesn't like just to sit down and do nothing. So she's an easy baby, she's placid, she's always happy, and she's so easy to take places. You know, she will sit in the pram, she will be well behaved, like so well behaved that I don't even feel like I have a baby sometimes. But when we're home and when we're doing these sorts of things, she likes to investigate, and I think that was a big part of her breastfeeding issue, was that she wanted to be able to still see what was going on and to do things while she's feeding. And in saying that, when she has her bottle on the floor in the morning or at lunchtime, she lays down on the floor and gives it to herself, but she'll always pick up a toy, or she'll be watching Mason, or she'll roll over to kind of see what he's doing with the toys and such. So I think that was the big problem, is that she's so nosy. She is so nosy, aren't you? Look, she wants to see what's in the drawers behind me, and they're nothing for your concern. What's in this box? I know, it's the same stuff. Mummy should have changed it. I know. What was I thinking? So, aside from the 3 bottles and some breast milk, she's eating a lot more solids, and I have actually introduced self-feeding and a lot of solids that that she has to feed herself, like slices of toast cut up into little soldiers and banana cut up. And what else have you been having? What else? Cheese. She loves cheese. Little bickies, baby bickies that I'll cut up, like the savoury Crusket sort of style. And yes! And anything that I eat. And I tried egg for the first time yesterday, and she's had a good response. She hasn't broken out. Like Mason was severely allergic to egg, so I was very nervous. I waited a lot longer than I should have for egg, but with everything that's going on with Lily, I didn't want to add another thing just in case. But yesterday I was brave enough. I was home for the day because of the hot weather, and I thought, why not? I've got nothing else planned. If I need to go down to the hospital because she's had a bad reaction, then so be it. So, and you were fine, weren't you? Not a huge fan. She ate it, but not a huge fan. But that's probably because it had no flavour, and I tried a piece and I was like, so maybe down the track at least we know she can have foods with egg, which my whole point to bringing that up was I will give her food that is on my plate if I'm eating it, whereas Mason, he was so strictly confined to his own eating, to his own foods. Like, I would never give him anything off my plate in fear that it had touched something that had egg in it, or that it had egg and we didn't know. So I think she's going to be a better eater. And Mason's a great eater, but he won't try new food, and I think she'll be better at trying new foods, because I don't know, well, maybe, you know, who knows, her personality could be completely different, who knows. You are determined. You are one determined little girl. You will let me know what she wants and doesn't want. Next is a really quick one, Lily's clothing size. We are in summer and she is 8 months, but she is wearing size 1's clothing, which would be for a 1-year-old. Lily's quite tall, quite long. Certain things are way too big in a size 1, so I guess it just depends on the brand. But if it's going by length, like a romper, I'll get her a size 1. And a dress, size 1, but pants, I couldn't get her a size 1 because they just don't fit around her waist. She's got quite tiny waist. Lily and her milestones, she has so much going on at the moment. Obviously, her favourite thing to do is to stand up. She loves to walk when you're holding her hand. She pretty much runs, not walks. And she's on the go in her own, hold on, sweetheart, oh my gosh. There we go. You're all twisted in Mummy's dress. She is on the go in her own little way. She kind of bum scoots, or she'll get on her tummy and she will backwards crawl just like Mason did. But I've noticed she is kind of, yeah, she does all sorts of things. She's very, very close to proper crawling. Sorry, sweetheart, I just knocked your chin, didn't I? And she, you know, she gets on all her fours and kind of rocks back and forth, which I think is so, so cute. She's following more of the normal development stages than Mason ever did, so I'm actually really loving it. But in saying that, I'm a lot less encouraging than I was with Mason, because Mason was just, he was walking by now. He was just walking. Yes, he was using furniture to get everywhere he needed by walking. He wasn't really crawling properly, which is weird. And then by 9 months, he was just on the go, learning to run pretty much. And I think we were so eager that he, like, to help him along, because he was so determined and so advanced and always doing things so much earlier than all the other babies his age, that we kind of just went with it. And I feel like he grew up too fast. Not that we pushed him at all, it was just we, you know, if he wanted to walk, we helped him with every device that he could use to walk. And with Lily, I just want her to be a baby for a little bit longer. My baby. No? You say no. Okay. Can you say yes? Yes? We're working on yes, because everything at the moment is no. 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 That is another thing she is doing. She is saying no. I will ask her to do things and she shakes her head, or she'll look down and go, no, no. She is using words. She says mum, no, no. She is using words, mum, 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 and da, 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 and she will look for that person. So she does understand what they mean. She says pop for my dad. She's not really got nan yet, and she's not saying Mason, but if we ask her all of those things, she will look at the person that we are talking about. So she has a really good understanding. She is also saying bye. We're working on this. She looks and she'll say bye, but she's not actually doing the hand movement. She claps on command when we sing, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Can you clap? Can you clap? No, not right now. She is so tired, guys. I'm surprised she's lasting this long. What other milestones do you have, little one? Lily does a lot of other things like copying. She will copy what you're doing. If you're making a face, if you're doing an action, she will try to copy. I think that's so, so cute. And what? She loves playing games like peekaboo or singing. What other games? We just play lots. I think if, you know, Mason and I were playing and she'll join in. Okay, we don't have much time left. She is losing it. We had to stop there for a moment. Quickly, to finish on her milestones, she is clingy, which I think I kind of mentioned. She has separation anxiety, so if everyone leaves the room and she's on her own, she does freak out, especially if it's mummy. And have I covered everything? She has a 4th tooth pushing through, but I have a feeling that a lot more is going on. I think we're in for a little bit of a rough patch because she has a severe nappy rash, and she gets that when she has a tooth coming. And Mason had that, so, and hers is really, really bad at the moment. She has sores on her bottom, and Mason got that when he had, I think, 4 teeth coming all at once. So I have a feeling that that's what it is, because as soon as the tooth cuts, her nappy rash goes away completely. We don't even have to do anything to get it. Like, we try everything all through that teething stage, and then when the tooth cuts, boom, it's gone. It's insane. Mason had it too, so I'm not alarmed. It's just a little bit painful for you, isn't it? Yeah. This little sassy princess is amazing. Yes, you is amazing at throwing tantrums. If you take something that she wants, oh my goodness, you will hear her from 4 blocks away. She has a horror movie scream on her. That will be explained later down the track when she's older, that that's not okay to react that way, but right now it's kind of super cute. And we just have to explain to Mason that that's not how you behave, it's just that she is a baby and doesn't understand yet. But it is kind of cute. The last thing that we're going to touch base on is Lily's oxygen. She is still on oxygen for all her sleeps, and she's still on the 0.21. Now, we have our next oximetry testing tomorrow night. Now, I can't remember, I know I did talk about it in a video, but I don't think it was in an update. And I think it happened in November-ish, so it would have been leading up to Christmas. Lily had an episode, I think they kind of categorized it as SIDS, where at 5 in the morning she actually stopped breathing for more than 20 seconds. And our sensor mats let us know that she wasn't breathing, and I jumped up and had to get a response out of her, and it took me quite a while to get a response. We called an ambulance and we were taken to hospital for assessment. So that was all very stressful and scary, and we immediately got in to see the specialist, and he was quite concerned. We still did the oximetry at the time, and then we saw him again, and he had no intentions of taking her off oxygen. And I think anyway we were quite comfortable. I was disappointed because we were originally told that she would be off oxygen by Christmas, but obviously our main concern is her being safe and healthy, and a part of her oxygen with that situation is what, you know, is most important, is keeping her on oxygen. So I think I'm just thankful that everything is okay and she hasn't had another one of those episodes. And we have our next oximetry testing tomorrow night, so we pick up the equipment tomorrow afternoon. And I'm not sure what to expect. I actually don't think, even if she has improved, I don't think he's going to take her off oxygen, just because it wasn't too long ago that she did have that SIDS incident. So if we didn't have the sensor mats, guys, then I may not have Lily here with us, because they alerted us to the fact that she had stopped breathing. I swear by them, they saved her life, ultimately. And the hospital said that, the specialist said that. I just cannot swear by the sensor mats enough. Yeah, oh, it's just, I can't even, I still get goosebumps to think about it. So, even if Lily did by chance come off oxygen anytime soon, yes honey, she would have oxygen in the house for us to use, I think, for at least the next 6 to 12 months. If she got a cold, we'd have to start putting oxygen on her. And if there was, I don't know, there's a lot of scenarios where if this happened, we would have to start using it again. So even if she does come off, the oxygen will be in our lives at least for another 6 to 12 months, which again, I feel comfortable with, knowing that if we needed it, it's right there. That's a good deal. You're happy with that too? We're both sweating in here. It is so hot today. So hot, and there's no air in this room. We gotta fix that, don't we? I think Daddy's gonna get you some air. Yes. Luckily, she's not sleeping in this room yet. Anyway, I think that is all for our 8-month update, kiddo. And I think you're done too. Can you say goodbye to everyone? You say bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. 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 Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching today. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share, and we will see you in the next video. And don't forget, if you've got any questions, leave comments below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching guys. So bye! Bye-bye!